All right, Kenny Smith, Total Force Holdings. You notice I differentiated between in-house earlier, so we're going to talk about that. North Carolina, as far as licensing goes, if you are a contract security company, if that's what you want to do, you want to sell security services, you have to have a license from the Private Protective Services Board under the Department of Public Safety. If you just are a company and you want to start your own security department with your people, for instance, you own a bar, you own a nightclub, you own a strip club, you own something like that, you don't want to hire out contract security, but you do want security, you do not have to get a guard and patrol license from PPSB to do that. And so long as they are unarmed, your security agents do not need to have that guard card. Although I would highly advise you to have them take the training for it anyway so that they understand the legalities of their position as a security officer or security agent in this case. So with in-house, they can be armed, but they have to have their armed guard card to do that. And the best way for them to do that is to go on ahead and self-incorporate and sell their services as an independent contractor. There has been debate as to whether that requires that individual to hold a guard and patrol license or not. I know a bunch of people that are doing exactly that, both with one and without one in this state. So I don't know if it's heavily enforced or anything like that, but I would strongly suggest if you're going to go the independent contractor route, then you should probably look at getting your license if you can. If you can't, then I would just look at taking your training for your unarmed guard, or your armed guard rather, and going through with that and getting in touch with Private Protective Services Board and going from there. Another thing you can do with that is you can work for an armed security company holding your card through them, and then you can get secondary employment elsewhere as long as your primary employer is cool with it. That's not usually a problem. I know a bunch of guys in the security business who do exactly that. But in-house security is exactly what it says. They are hired directly by the club. So let's say you're doing the independent contractor route. Okay, that allows you to carry while you're working. All right, but what that doesn't do is that doesn't change your definition, right? So now when you go to work for the club, you're not in-house anymore, right? So that can change some things for them, which they're less likely to bite on when they find out about that. So if you want to work in-house, talk with the club, with the venue owner, whatever that may be. Figure out what they want, figure out what you want, and go through the statute in your state and figure out what you need to do from there. But in-house in my state does not require any form of security guard registration at all. But if you own a place like that with an in-house security department, I still recommend sending them to get the training just so that they know what they can and can't do legally.